the astonishing idea that you have decided to join with me in the particulars of the opening of the healing process we intend to employ this morning in regard to your newfound capacity acting as a son of God in what appears to be a relationship with your body, is going to show you in a very fundamental sense that we are not in reciprocation with the power of ourselves in our relationship with the universe. A little practice here. This is our Course in Miracles. It comes to us from the mind of the Savior of this world, Jesus Christ, and his New Testament, where when he enters into our relationship, the first thing he said to us is all of our power comes from God. You see that? Now, while we can act in reciprocation of the idea of the extension of that power, whenever we try to define ourselves in an idea of containment, which represents the manner in which we previously judged ourselves in our what we would call physical association of body, we have restricted the certainty that if we will allow the simple power, that is assuming a new association of our creative process to heal, we need have no concern conceptually within our formulation of the idea of mine identity as a body, how that comes about. It's a real joy for me. They call me the master teacher of light conversion, of the healing process of the energy of love to the certainty, listening, that you're about to assume that role. So that I promised Jesus, we were together this morning, as you know, we're broadcasting from the satellite of energy that comes from a perspective of an arc of light energy that appears to be contained in the idea that you have prevented the natural disposition of your mind in the healing process to assert itself very simply because the energy being expressed by your idea of the retention of yourself is what? Are you ready? Fear is. The simple process that I've expressed and prior to my and continuing with my own illumination is very simply this. I can't. He will, if I let him. And that's how simple that was. So the process that is being performed by us now is a moment of what appears to be reciprocation in light that has held us separate in our body formulation to the exclusion of the simple necessity to acknowledge the entirety of you individually in your relationship with yourself. So that the formulation of the message from Jesus in this Course in Miracles is basically nothing but the acceptance in its most obvious sense that contained within your mind in this healing process is all that will ever be necessary for you to do to accomplish what is occurring right now in a magnification of the power of light that converts instantly the idea of a visual formulation of objective association that has denied us access. Here, practice just for a moment the idea that we're communicating. Remember You are suffering from the disease of projected self-identification. Recognize that sickness is of the mind and has nothing to do with the body. What does this recognize cost? It costs the whole world you see. All you need do is rise up and say, I have no use for this, and there is no form of sickness that would not be cured at once. As you let yourself be healed, you see all those around you, or those who cross your mind, or whom you touch, or those who seem to have no contact with you, what? They're all healed along with you. Could you but realize for a single instant the power of healing that the reflection of God shining in you can bring to all the world, you could not wait to make the mirror of your mind clean to receive the image of the holiness that heals the world from our Miracle Healer's Handbook. Your expression to me that at that moment I was healed. We're here today in a process of physical conversion contained in the process of the idea that your body could be sick. What you just showed me there in the reflection of light, present with us in this condition of the idea of the formulation of separate bodies, was the power that you have with us, at that moment of body formulation, to see through the power of the light that is all around us, a moment of a reflected process of the truth of us that is actually occupied within the entirety of the idea that we are projected from our own mind in that identity. Practice. I am whole and perfect as I was created. Practice. All power is given unto me in heaven and earth, yet somehow I feel contained within my own self. This is called A Course in Miracles. It's a systematic way of recognizing within a factor ring of light the new you that has previously represented yourself as that body formulation. With your kind permission, what we're going to do for the very short period of time that we have within this idea of the containment being represented by our gathering this morning is that when you entered into this parameter of space-time location with me, it is impossible that you did not bring with you, as we indicated at the beginning of this session, the entire creative power of God and the universe. Look with me now, human being. If I can teach you in a systematic way not to attack and defend your own relationship with what appears to be the body form that surrounds you, you cannot not begin to experience the joy of peace and love that we're representing to each other. We spent a lot of time together, and I know you are now too, with Jesus of Nazareth, the author of the Course in Miracles, who is returning now as what we term a second coming through your newfound demonstration of that power by the exercising of your decision from his great Sermon on the Mount, where he looked directly at you and said, the process by which you come to know the power that is inherent in you is to stop attacking and defending yourself within your own conceptual association.